So we're here at the World Police Summit with the world-renowned Chief Cathy Lanier, a dear friend of mine for many, many years from the Washington, D.C. area. Chief, thank you so much for this interview at the World Police Summit. Can you please tell the listening audience of the World Policing Summit and Policing TV a little bit about yourself and why you're here at the World Police Summit?
Sure. So I was a police officer in Washington, D.C. at the Metropolitan Police Department for about 27 years. So I spent most of my adult life there. I was the chief of police for the last 10 years of my career. So I rose through the ranks, starting as a foot patrol officer in the early 90s and worked my way up through the ranks. I left the police department about 9 years ago now and went to work for the NFL. So currently the chief security officer for the NFL, and we are doing a pretty rapid global expansion of NFL. So we're playing quite a bit internationally, but I'm here at the request of the Dubai Police to speak on policing issues. So women in policing first and foremost, and how women can advance through ranks and kind of give them a little bit of inspiration. But also to talk about some of the innovations that I implemented in Washington, D.C. Technology was a big part of what I did. So implementing and integrating technologies way back, seems like a lifetime ago now, but 2007 through 2000 and my first 5 years, 2007 through 2012, did a massive integration of technology. And so that's still very relevant today because the technologies are still expanding and the importance of integration is really, really important here.
And Chief, what's been your experience here at the World Police Summit? What are some of your takeaways that you're taking here from this summit?
So I think the big takeaway is that we're still growing interconnectedness globally, right? So we're more and more globally connected. So intelligence and all of those things now has to be looked at not just regionally but globally, because we are looking at technologies that are becoming part of the criminal landscape and also part of the solution landscape. So we can no longer look at crime as state, local, regional, or even domestic. We have to think about it internationally because with the advent of all of the technologies now, crime is reaching globally to all of us, and it's the same crime, the same criminal organization. So now we have to think about policing much different than we used to, and the technologies, while being very good in helping us, also are part of the challenge we have to solve.
Chief, thank you so much for your time and for this interview. I'm so grateful for your time. Most importantly for me, on a very selfish note, thank you for bringing the NFL to this part of the world.
Yes.
Because I normally have to stay up till 3 in the morning to watch these games. And so now that they're coming to this part of the world, I'm so happy.
Well, we are happy to be here. It's going to be a fun game here.
And thank you for what you do for keeping millions of spectators safe and go to every NFL game across America all season long.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here at the World Police Summit live with Johanna and Housseiny, the CEO of Applause, working with the Dubai Police on driving simulation and all kinds of AI technology to help officers be safer out on the road and drive better during very hectic condition. As a 30-year police officer, I know how crazy it can be driving with lights and siren out on the road. And Johanna has made a tool that helps police officers train to drive better and safer. Also with us is Luke Edwards from the UK College of Policing that is going to help us demonstrate some of the technology. So Johanna, please tell us a little bit about your technology.
So it might look like a car, but in reality this is only the way we display it when we take it out. It's a simulator, it's a driving simulator that has software that has AI into analysis of the behavior of the driver. So we capture with the sensors multiple features. We also capture the eye movement with the eye tracker so that we can later on extrapolate this data into data that we translate into ADAS systems for our autonomous vehicles. And what we are working on is to develop the features of an autonomous patrol that will help officers stay safer by, for example, triggering siren or triggering the brakes as needed.
Ranging from phishing to identity theft.
Japanese crime using a simulation.
The software is not only for driving, we have also similar applications for drones, maritime, and we are currently trying to build the full digital twin of the city so that we can help our police officers plan better and develop smarter control rooms. Hold on. I want to show you the making of the car. So the car was flooded during last year's rain, and we actually recycled it so that we make it into an immersive experience for the new recruits. So here you can test the software, you can try the simulator, to test it. So at the beginning you're gonna get a few instructions for the officer, the refresher for the procedure. Yeah. So you'll get a few instructions as a reminder. So you can press this one to move to the next one. Eventually, after we inform the officer what needs to be done, what's the purpose of the scenario, what they are being measured upon, which in this case we are measuring them on safety measures, on taking proper safety measures, like for example leaving the lights on when they step down of the car, and how to park at a 45-degree angle so that they protect the accident side, as well as to conduct the zigzag maneuver in order to slow down traffic. So all of this is very overwhelming for a new recruit, and we hope that this simulator will be helping them to learn, to bridge the gap between the theoretical and the practical before the wheels hit the road.
Provide a helping hand for people of determination.
Johanna, thank you so much for showing us all this technology. Wow. Training for police has come so far, and you have really been a huge part of bringing training this far. Thank you, Johanna.
Well, thanks, Eddie. Thanks for all the inputs. And if anybody feels that we can develop similar products for you, please do not hesitate to contact us through the website.
And my colleague Ian Wiggett and I have just listened to a fascinating presentation by Patrick Ghion of the Geneva State Police on the Metaverse. So Ian is going to ask one or two questions in a moment or two, but I'm going to start, Patrick, by asking you just to give a little bit of an explanation as to what that presentation consisted of.
Yeah, so this presentation was about our research on how the future of policing in the Metaverse could look like, and how the Metaverse could be interfaced with the upcoming generations in the future, on how the younger generation will expect to interact with the government and the police as well. So here is one part of policing in the Metaverse, what would be the benefits we can use from a police side, and also how we can do some benefits for the citizens.
So Ian will come in a minute or two, I suspect, but for the novice, which includes me, by the way, just explain what the Metaverse is. Let's not jump to too many assumptions as to what that consists of. You gave some great examples in there of what it consists of.
Yeah, so Metaverse, there are some misconceptions. For many people, Metaverse is something which will arrive to us, but it's something that is already there. And the other misconception is that Metaverse is Meta, ex-Facebook. But there are many kinds of Metaverse. Private Metaverse, public Metaverse, regulated, unregulated. And it's kind of a virtual world where you can evolve with an avatar and have some interaction with other avatars, which are impersonating other people, but also some systems.
Yeah, I was interested in your story about the 2030 vision of the police chief, and then how you saw three elements of that: the changing factors of the population, and Metaverse was one of the big factors that was coming up. So could you explain something about how that vision, you're preparing for that vision?
Yeah, as you said, so the Vision 2030 Plus was announced by our Commander-in-Chief, Monica Bonfanti, who has this vision to try to find out what will be the next step on certain aspects. As you said, the population getting elder, how we will take care of our elderly population in 10 years. Also mobility, for example, what will be the problems of mobility in the city or in the canton in 10 years. And one of the aspects is the Metaverse, police and the Metaverse. So the idea here is to build a strategy around this, and we build a strategy in 3 points, which is training, police training, how we could benefit from this technology, virtual technology, immersive technologies, to better train our police officers in a situation that we couldn't do in real world, too dangerous or impossible or difficult to set up. The second is prevention. At a global level, prevention is a huge topic now because we need to level up the maturity of the world population regarding cyber risks to make sure that we have the best, I don't want to say ambassadors, but that the population is aware of the risks. And also then forensics. Forensics means what kind of evidence we'll be able to retrieve from technologies underlying the metaverse, like a blockchain, crypto, NFT, Internet of Behavior, and also the endpoints, like the virtual headsets.
And then you're looking to build a centre of excellence. You call that the Meta Centre of Excellence, is that right? And you're drawing in sort of experts from outside the policing world because that experience isn't in.
So to get experience and to learn from this, we built the Metaverse Center of Excellence, which is equipped with tools, tracing blockchains. But the key aspect here is to hire civil personnel because the world is going too fast and it's becoming too complex that we can train police officers to every specialty. So here the idea is to have subject matter experts who will take care of these upcoming or emerging technologies, and this is why we hire civil personnel who will then develop some strategy around these technologies.
Okay, so Patrick, thanks also to Ian for that. Absolutely fascinating. And I do hope that we're able to feature more of your insights on Policing TV and maybe also on Policing Insight. Many thanks indeed.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so hi, good afternoon. David Arthurs here from the British Embassy in Dubai. Delighted to be here at the World Police Summit. We at the UK Embassy are huge supporters of this event. We've had an amazing 3 days. We've got some specialist speakers out from the UK at the exhibition centre, and it's just delighted to be here at this this event that brings world policing together. Thank you very much.
Hi, here we are at Police Summit Dubai, World Police Summit should I say. I'm Tracey Green, I'm the CEO of ANZPAA, and we've had the pleasure of having a great stand here for everyone to come and visit with us and talk about collaboration and all the great things we can do together.
Hello, my name's Julian Bianco, so I'm the Executive Coordinator for the Pacific Islands Chief of Police Secretariat based in Wellington, New Zealand. It's great to be here to bring a bit of the Pacific to Dubai. It's been a great few days of networking and of hearing partners and colleagues in the policing profession discuss some of the issues impacting police throughout the globe.
It's an honor for me to be here in Dubai at the World Police Summit. I would like to extend my appreciation to the Federal Police and the Dubai Police for facilitating my being here. It's like an opportunity for us smaller countries to raise the benefits of collaboration, working together, being looked after by our bigger brothers, Australia and New Zealand. So I'm really fortunate to be here today, given the opportunity.
Hello everyone, my name's Bruce O'Brien, Assistant Commissioner, currently based as a Senior Liaison Officer in London. Great to be here at Dubai World Police Summit, catching up with colleagues from not only Australia, New Zealand and the Pacific, but global colleagues as well, and the importance of understanding the latest technology for us all to combat the harm that crime causes globally. So fantastic to be here and great to see you, Bernard.
Okay, so I'm Yashasvi Yadav. I'm a Indian Police Service officer and heading the Maharashtra Mumbai Cybercrime Department. And I just presented sort of a presentation on cybercrime, phishing attacks, and what other crimes are affecting India, and also the remediation, what kind of strategies we are having to counter this. So as you know, cybercrime is growing exponentially, and latest Forbes report suggests that it has overtaken narco trafficking as numero uno organized crime syndicate in the world, with revenues of cybercrime exceeding $6 trillion a year, more than economies of many countries in the nation, and twice the economy of India. So this is the kind of lucrative appeal of cybercrime. In India, there are about 700 million smartphones, which means a very, very powerful computer on the palms of citizens. But do we have the corresponding cyber awareness, cyber hygienic behavior, guidelines available? That is the basic gap, that is the lacuna which makes cybercrime thrive. So in Maharashtra, we have now come up with a very innovative world-class project called Maharashtra Cybersecurity Project, where we have brought in more than 170 tools, technologies, softwares sourced from all over the world, including Israel, UK, US, etc. The best products, then the best experts who are trained at using these products and who are very well adept in the knowledge of cybersecurity. And then the best police officers, like the police officers who are experienced, knowledgeable about this technology, all under one roof, and that makes the Maharashtra Cybersecurity Project a very potent and powerful antidote to cybercrime.
We are pleased to welcome you in our stand, IPA's stand in the World Police Summit. Of course, we are here to increase the awareness to the police officers for whom there is no existing section in their countries like UAE. And of course, yeah, we welcome all police officers to learn more about IPA and about friendship.
So it's a great opportunity for UK policing, and particularly myself as the MPCC Operational Roads Policing Lead, to be out here in Dubai for two main reasons. The first of those would be that we've just had 2 days of road poll meetings, which is a coming together of leads for roads policing from around Europe. We've had an operational meeting, and as part of that I was able to present the work that we're doing in the UK in relation to particularly motorcycle casualties. We know motorcycle casualties are very disproportionate on our roads, and that's not an issue that's unique to the UK, so it's great to be able to share what we're doing and take away knowledge from colleagues from around Europe. And then coming here today to the World Police Summit, again to talk with colleagues from the World Health Organization and colleagues in Ireland around some of the challenges and complexities that we face in the UK, policing with 43 forces, trying to deliver one MPCC roads policing strategy, but actually the way that we're doing that through a national roads policing strategic threat and risk assessment, through an evidence-based approach to understand what our challenges are, and then by coordinating activity through a calendar of operational work, which for me is already starting to show that if we're consistent and coordinated in our efforts, we can really start to make a difference.
Hello, my name is Paula Hillman. I'm Assistant Commissioner in An Garda Síochána, which is the Irish National Police Service. One of my roles as Assistant Commissioner is the roads policing portfolio. So I have been here at the World Police Summit as part of RoadPol. We are members of RoadPol, which are a collaborative group of police services who come together to share knowledge, to share learning, good practice in relation to road safety right across Europe and beyond. This is the second time that RoadPol then have aligned their meetings with Dubai Police and with the World Policing Summit. So it has been a pleasure for me to come here. Again, I was one of the delegates speaking, and I was speaking with other colleagues from across the RoadPol family, but from the UK as well, in relation to how we collaborate and how, from a roads policing perspective, to reduce death and serious injury on our roads. It takes a whole of government, a whole of society, a whole of partnership approach, and we've been talking about how we do that in Ireland, and my other colleagues have been talking about how they do it in their respective countries. So it's really important to share learning, both in terms of how we keep people safe, but also how we keep our own colleagues safe in delivering roads policing. It's been great also to meet the policing TV team and I look forward to working with them again and seeing how we can do more work across the whole spectrum of policing that we undertake.